Hey guys, how you doing? Welcome to the plant room. So I'm at it again, watering the cabinets. I've done two. I'm on cabinet number 3, and in the process reorganizing a little bit because I've got some plants that have literally outgrown this space, like this Ovada. Need to find someplace else to put her. But I thought I'd bring you along. So if you like this type of content, stick around. All right, as I mentioned in the intro, I am currently watering the cabinets yet again. With the seasons changing and the heat running, the plants are drying out a little bit more. You've got the combination of light, wind, and the heat. So I find myself having to water more frequently. Every once in a while, what I'll do is just a quick water while they're in the cabinet, but I also like to take them out so that I can inspect the leaves and see how they're doing and treat anybody that may need to be treated. So I thought I'd bring you along so you could see. Um, Recently, you guys watched me confess whether I was a hoarder or a collector. And as I mentioned, I feel like I'm in between both. But being a collector also means being responsible. So, I have all these plants, and this is kind of like a daily chore for me. I don't do it all day, every day, but weekends are more intensive because I have to check all the plants that I haven't checked during the week. What I try to do is split it up throughout the week. But I find myself on Saturdays and a lot on Sundays doing this. And we're talking 4 or 5 hours. And I guess that's just me because I'm constantly looking at the leaves and checking for pests. I did have a couple of plants that had mealies. So now I'm on the lookout because I don't want that to turn into an infestation. And I've been treating, if we pre-treat, we kind of slow that process down or eradicate it. But again, I am in the process of watering these cabinets. I'm on cabinet number 3. I won't be talking too much during this, but I thought I'd bring you guys along with me. I've cleaned this one out. These are the plants that are on the first 3 shelves. Again, this guy is going to have to come out of here because he's getting too big, and I just need to reorganize what I'm going to do. So follow along with me. Do some plant chores. I'm sure you got some. You guys said you were collectors and not hoarders, and you had all these plants to take care of like I do. Grab something to drink, cup of water, coffee, whatever floats your boat, and come along with me. For those of you that are new to the channel, my cabinets typically hold most of my Hoyas. As they grow, I have to take them out of there and find other places for them. But what you see me doing here is just rearranging them, putting them back into the cabinets, and assessing what they look like. I have some that prefer the light at the top and some that prefer the medium light. So it's a process of picking out or rearranging them to put them as they grow back into spots where they can progress. If you grow Hoyas like me, you know that they like to vine. This plant right here, I purchased as a two-leaf cutting. And, I was going to put her back in the cabinet as she was, but I realized that she had gone beyond the tie that I actually had on her. So what you see me doing here is taking the opportunity to go ahead and tie her back up to the stake that she has in her pot. I want her to continue to produce those big leaves. You can't really see them, and I'll feature her at another opportunity, but she is growing and she's very pretty, and I want her to continue to push out those big leaves. So I'm going to stake her up before I put her back in the cabinet. Oh, that Hoya Bertonii that I showed you guys. I love that it blooms consistently, but it's a pain in the butt because I'm constantly picking up dead blooms. I wonder, would she fit down there? What do you guys think? She probably would be better in a hanging basket somewhere. I wonder. She might work down there because there really isn't much shelf space for her. Oh, no harm in trying. Let's see. Okay, okay. That might work. So that Hoya ovobata
in the beginning of the video, I thought that I would definitely have to move her out of the cabinet, but she
Okay.
did actually work down there. I'm going to give her a go and see how she does. And I'll assess her in a couple of weeks and see if she's still progressing the way she was.
All right. So I have to do a real quick repot here. This Lacanosa, she dries out too quick and leaves look a little limp. So she needs something bigger. I don't know, maybe taller. I mean, that'll give her a little bit more root space. Don't really want to plant her wider. So yeah, let's do a real quick. So this is going to be a quick and dirty. I mean, really quick and dirty repot.
I opted for a clear pot so I could monitor these roots a little bit better. I've had this plant maybe for about 2 years. I think it's a Lacanosa silver. I might have that name a little wrong. But when I pulled her out of the pot right here, I could see definitely that she was due a repot. And I had meant to repot her sooner.
Definitely.
But, you know, when you get into the watering thing, you just want to finish and water everybody. I think she's going to benefit from this pot. I didn't loosen the roots because it was all roots. And she was already dehydrated and I would imagine a little stressed because she wasn't getting a lot of water. But because the pot was bigger and it's full of nutrients that will retain a little bit more water, I decided to just place her in the pot and backfill.
So sometimes when I'm doing this, I come across one that absolutely needs to be repotted. And obviously that slows me down a little, but I guess since I've taken everybody out, might as well go ahead and just do it. And I'll do it now. I'm going to have to do it later anyway, so don't know that she's going to fit where she was, but we shall see. Let her sit there for a while. Gonna have to go make some more vitamin water, fertilizer water, really. And let's see what we got going on over here. All right, dude. So you need water because you're looking limp. I will get to you guys. I promise. Do you have a tray? You have somewhat of a tray. Okay. Let's go ahead and move this. How are you doing? You're dry. Come on. Come out of there. All right, guys. So this is my veitchii. And I do think we're going to go ahead and cut that little yellow leaf there. But she has put out this new leaf, which is kind of cool. You know, I was hoping this was going to be the narrow form, but she seems to be a little wide, which is fine. And why she would put that leaf out backwards is beyond me. All this to get this one out of here. I do believe this needs a repot as well, but that's not going to happen today. Not at all. Okay. I'm gonna go fill these 2 gallons up with some water. I thought I had an extra one over here. I must be tripping. Be right back. Oh, check this tortum, who is doing exactly what it wants to do. Oh, you're dry. Don't you love these plants with their corny growth? I wish she would stop spiraling around though. And yes, I do have this one in a self-watering pot, but I don't let the reservoir stay full. She is kind of corny though, with her growth pattern. Let's see. Let's turn you. The poles need watering. She's looking all floopy. I will do those tomorrow though. I won't be watering that VGI today. Okay. Let's try to pull some folks out of that last cabinet so we could be done. Might be a good idea to put the VGI back where she was. Definitely got some root action going though. That's some weird stuff growing though. I don't know what the heck that is. Interesting. We'll see what that turns into. Other than that, she seems happy. Wonder if I should try to lift her up a little bit. Don't want to put too much weight on that glass. Let's see what we got. Will you work? Yeah. That. Okay. That should be fine. Still see the Christmas decorations. Little girl can go back in that corner. Let's see what we got going on over here. Do I need to move you? I might need to move you over a little bit. Don't want to bump into that new growth. Just a little. There you go. All right. Last one to go. All right. This is another one that's constantly blooming. Such a weird little plant. It's Hoya insularis. I think we've talked about this one before, but she's got a couple of peduncles and she's got a bloom right there. She seems to be putting out new growth too, which is very cool. Now this one I water and I let her soak a little bit and then I get rid of the excess. Well, I do that with all of them. But this one is in total cocoa, so give her a little bit more, and then I just dump the rest of that. Oh, don't mind me going sideways. Let's see, you might be easier to come out. Jesus. We'll just call this Hoya Q. And she's got one of those weird names, Quinquenervia. A couple weeks ago, she actually was in the other cabinet, but I had to trellis her because she was all over the place, so she ended up getting moved. This probably could use a repot too. My goodness. If I do that, you won't fit in there. Or will you? Okay, we're going to skip you this week. Next time.
Now, you guys know I should know better, right? I told myself I would skip it this week, and I actually did. But come next watering time, I'm going to have to repot this plant because she is getting too big for the pot that she's in, and she's not holding water, which means that she's probably not uptaking as much water as she needs.
I also look for blooms or peduncles. Some of these Hoyas I've had for quite some time, and no peduncles, no blooms, but that's okay. I'm sure at some point they will surprise me. The Hoya Matilde that I put away earlier, that one has a couple of peduncles. They're just sitting there at the moment, not doing much of anything, but that is okay. Oh, this Hoya Lisa, she probably doesn't need to be in the cabinet, but the reason I have her in there is because I love the pink in the leaves when she gets sun stressed. And that's promoted by the light. So it's the only reason she's in there. I'm sure she would probably do really well in just the ambient temperatures. And this is another one that likes to bloom a lot. I think it's called Hushkiliana. I think I said that right. Not sure if the camera will pick this up, but I'll come closer to you guys. Ooh, you're not going to see that. But she's got blooms. She's got peduncles. I think this one comes in yellow. Excuse me, yellow and pink. I have the pink version. It's very pretty. Very simple. Okay. That's everybody in that cabinet except for one who I have to take to the kitchen to water. take Miss Old Girl and see if she'll fit where she used to be. She might. If she sits up a little higher, but that'll work. She looks funny. Let's go ahead and wrap you like I usually have you. Where's your other one? All right. Guys, so you see what I go through. I don't have too much. Well, that's a fib if I say that. I still need to water the top part. But this is everything that was in cabinet number 4. I'm going to let them soak up a little bit of nutrients and they'll go back in. And I think I might call it a day for today. That top shelf might have to wait till tomorrow along with the poles. Talk to you guys real soon. Don't forget, like, subscribe, and comment. Bye.